wanted to see what a different malt does, you could substitute the 2-row for like a Marisot or English malt to see what that malt does then with those hops. And from there you kind of get a taste on what the malts do, what the hops do. I use the first wort hopping technique, which I think, puts a pretty smooth bitterness into the front of the beer.
So how did you learn how to do all this?
Kind of trial and error, starting on a small system and working my way up to a bigger system. There's a pretty good homebrewer community online where you can go and YouTube something or find a blog on something, and they're really helpful.
Products that help precipitate the proteins out of solution. It gives you a nice, cleaner, clearer beer.
From start to finish, it usually takes about 2.5 weeks to be able to drink the beer. Start to finish on brew day, usually 6-7 hours depending how you're doing it, how intricate you're doing it.
So what flavors are in this batch?
So this will be a nice kind of fruity, citrusy character. I used Amarillo and Mosaic hops, which put some nice kind of tropical fruit in there, some nice ripe stone fruit tastes.
There's definitely a lot of science involved. You're a biology major in college. How much of that are you putting to work with this? Being
in the lab process in college definitely helps the brew process here, because it's all kind of a step-by-step analytical process. You can't forget to do anything or else your stuff really gets kind of messed up. During the season it's pretty hard, so there's not a whole lot of chances to brew. For the off season, I try to do it as much as possible. I entered some of my beers in the National Homebrew competition, and that was a pretty busy week for brewing.
So those 3 beers that you submitted, what flavors were they?
So I had a pale ale, a black IPA, and a kind of a Kolsch style beer that was brewed with some coconut water. I got first place for my pale ale.
Has your palate kind of matured to the point now, like when you drink a beer, can you taste the individual flavors?
Yeah, it's definitely got to the point where I can taste off flavors, which are come about from improper fermentation temperatures, unhealthy yeast, maybe some missteps in the mashing process. It's kind of become beer snobbery, which isn't always great sometimes. Right. I like making it, I like crafting it, and then I like sitting around with people and drinking it. People enjoying your beer and being able to talk beer, and I think that's the most fun part.